Hi everybody, this is Cheychuu. Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys all doing? I hope you guys are all doing okay. This is a beautiful day. Happy first day of Scorpio season. So happy birthday to all Scorpios. Shout out to you guys. This is your season. Oh my gosh. Libra season, it flew by just like that, and it's done. There's no more. So until next year. But now that Scorpio season has now come into play, it means it's a time for a transformation. Like I stated in my previous videos, a lot of death to the old in order to welcome in the new. So Scorpio season's all about deep shadow work as far as bringing up stuff from the past, and like I said in my previous videos, Mercury retrograde is going to be starting to kick in towards the end of the month. So I just can't believe how fast everything is flying by, but that just proves that there's only the now, and why time just really is an illusion, and it kind of just doesn't exist, you know. Today I just kind of like wanted to pop in. I don't know why. I just been a lot of guided to do quite a ton of videos, and I did not expect to do this much videos in this span of time period. So I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, like I'm trying not to get burnt out or anything of that matter. So oh well. But I just kind of wanted to talk about a little bit of the synchronicities that I've been seeing, and talk a little bit about an important sign that Spirit kind of showed me today as I was out with my family on our nature walk. So here in Washington State right now, we, especially up here in the Northwest, we are entering fall season. We're already in fall season, but we are sliding through fall season and going into winter right now. But people who are below the equator, of course, they're now entering summer, like Australia, yada yada. But when I say that, it means that things are starting to get a lot colder here. And normally during the summertime and the springtime, we have a lot of butterfly sightings, a lot of dragonfly sightings, you know. So when it got colder, of course, they start migrating down south where it's warmer, right? So later on today, I was just really surprised because I wasn't expecting to see a couple of butterflies. Actually, right before I was about to film this, there was another butterfly that flew past my window, which was another sign that Spirit's with us right now for this video. I asked them if they want to be a part of certain videos, and if they don't want to be, then they just don't. But most times, yeah, they like to join in. So we decided to take a nature walk today, my father and my sister and I, and it was beautiful out today. Lately it's been very cold and rainy and just dark and dreary, but just recently, like today, out of all days, the first day of Scorpio season, the sun just decides to peek through and show, and it's a beautiful sign to me, honestly, and I love it. So I decided, like, okay, now would be the best time to get outside and take a nice walk, you know, and enjoy the sunshine and the fresh air. So I suggest that if you, even if it's cold wherever you guys may be, still try to get outside, or at least try to open up your windows or your house, you know, open up the blinds and start letting more of the new energy in, because trust me, it would actually alleviate all the heavy energy that people have been feeling. It's like a roller coaster. It's like up and down, up and down, up and down. So as we were going on our nature walk and we were driving there, one thing that caught my eye was I was listening to, you know, some a video and everything like that, and I looked at, of course, the clock, you know, synchronicity 11:11 was on the clock, so I was like, oh, that's cool. Again, 11:11, right? I've been seeing that quite often, especially when I stated in my previous video, it's something that popped up in my dream, like, yeah. So as I was looking at the clock 11:11, I looked to my right, and as I looked to my right, there was a billboard, a big green billboard, mind you, and green represents the heart chakra color, and it said union right across from it, and I was like, what? 11:11, and right at 11:11 I looked to my right and there was a billboard that said Union, and I was tripped the fuck out. I was like, oh my goodness, I was like, that's a good one, Spirit. That's a really good one. Good timing. Good one. And the thing is like, I said this out loud with my sister, and my sister was like, oh my god, you're right. That's so weird. And I was like, Spirit got jokes. and of course I get that little chuckle or whatever, like, you know, little laugh, you know. I'm always like random and blurting out random things, but that's just me, because I have no problems calling out synchronicities out loud. Like, I'm not ashamed of doing so. Before I used to be, but not really. Not as much. But Union right across on a big green billboard. I don't know how obvious that is. I really don't. Like, so it could indicate that, yes, unions are coming to be now that Scorpio season, and I seen it the first day of Scorpio season. So I remember in my previous videos I stated that there could be more communication, unions, not only unions between the twins, but possible union between like yourself, like self union. Yeah, so it's just wonderful, because I love it. I don't know, union with the divine. There's many different types of unions, so I love it so much. And so let me move this right here. I don't want it to fall. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Okay. So yeah, be on the lookout. There could be communication, could be, and like I said, Mercury retrograde's coming up pretty soon. So either it's going to be a new person for, I'm talking to the divine masculines and divine feminines, or especially the divine feminines. I'm having a feeling that the divine feminine's gonna have to deal with either choosing between a soulmate or their actual twin flame. That's kind of like their crossroads right now, but or between themselves, you know, choosing themselves. So I think there's 3 options, but I feel like there's gonna be like a new connections coming in, but while also an older connection coming in. So like I said in my previous message, I will be linking the video below. It's a channel message at 4:44 a.m. and I spoke a little bit about possibly a new connection coming in or an older one, and you're going to have to use your discernment or your intuition to decipher who is who. So be on the lookout for that. And a lot of people, especially in the tarot community, have been speaking of that, is that either a new person's going to come in or an older person, you know. So either or. It's whatever the divine has in store for you, right? So but don't bank on it. Just do you, like I said, just be happy, focus on you, live your life, you know, continue to live life, continue to stand in your power, continue to just, you know, just do you, and the right person at the right time will come around, okay, trust me. When you're not looking for it, trust me. Oh, yes. Dang it, it's on my phone, but there's this quote, right, that I shared 9 years ago. Funny, huh? 9, which is almost to like a 10, but anywho, it was something that, you know, like those memories that pop back up on Facebook where you're like, remember this, like from this years ago. So this is 9 years ago. Check out your memories. And what popped out was a quote that I wrote in 2010, and it had something to do with a butterfly. And it's something about love is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more the more it goes away. But the more you let it fly, it will just come to you. Something like that, along those lines. I'm definitely going to write it down in the box below, so if you really want to know what that quote is, I will mention it below. But this was technically after the nature walk where we witnessed a butterfly, and the butterfly, white butterfly, of course, is a symbol for new beginnings, which is like, you know. And then also it's a symbol of spirit, like your spirit guides being near you, and also it's a sign of of my cousin as well, because it represents a little bit of someone that's personal to me. So butterflies represent quite a bit, right? And I think a lot of people on the journey has been seeing butterflies, or you have that as a synchronicity. So another one is crows. Crows are very significant. Like I said, crows kind of represent what is right and what is wrong, kind of like dualities in a way. So like the numbers 202 comes to mind when I'm starting to see more mirrored numbers, a lot of 2s, a lot of 4s, a lot of 5s, a lot of 7s, definitely, and a lot of 8s, infinity signs, and definitely 1111 or 1s, like have been very prominent right now so far, especially for today. And as I mentioned, these synchronicities, these are pretty much what I've been witnessing like not too long ago, but also it counts for today. So mainly this is more of a today thing, but some of these synchronicities I've mentioned quite often, and some of them are more like repetitive, because that's what a synchronicity is. It's something that repeats over again in order to get your attention. So crows also represent death. Scorpio also representing death in the tarot deck. Like I said, death to the old, in for the new, representing 1111, 111, you know, new beginnings. And so lots of birds have just been showing up, so that represents messengers, messengers from spirit, messengers from possibly your counterpart, you know, whatever resonates for you. Especially, what is it, white birds as well, very often, like swans. Swans are very popular right now as a synchronicity, and also doves as well, like white doves have been very prominent. So, and a lot of like white dogs, white animals. So it represents like white, meaning like purity, or I correct me if I'm wrong, but white roses. They're showing me the white roses again, and I mentioned the white roses before. It's so funny. They've been showing me a lot of white and black things. So, like I said, a lot of dualities, a lot of balance, a lot of mirrored things, like mirrored numbers, like, you know, like 717, 202, 808 has been very prominent still, and of course 1010 has been very prominent as well, and 1212 of course. As far as dreams goes, I haven't really had as much weird dreams so far, but for sure I'm still waking up between the hours of 2 to 5. It's technically really, it's been like they've been choosing 444 out of all the times to wake up in the night. So, and we all know 444 also represents your angels or higher beings being around you, surrounding you, and it also represents balance, you know, being restored, and stability, right? Stability has been very prominent. Yeah. So, and then one thing that really caught my eye that I like to mention is certain songs that have been channeled to me lately. And one thing that has been very prominent, and it's something that I have in my Twin Flame playlist. When you go to my, you know, click on my channel and you go to my playlist, it should be there. But it's IDWK by BLACKBEAR. I Don't Want to Know by BLACKBEAR. And this thing was... The funny thing is that my DM, 1313, 44, look at that. They're mentioning 44. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, my DM, spirit-wise, in the 5D, likes to use my younger sister to channel music in certain songs from her. Because for some reason, she likes to listen to masculine-based songs. I don't know why, but it's just her taste. And for some reason, a lot of the times when she does play music in her own playlist, a lot of the times it's music that's channeled from my actual counterpart, right? And there are messages within that. And so the song I Don't Want to Know by BLACKBEAR, I suggest, if you feel guided to check that song out, specifically because it might be a message from your DM, like your counterpart, divine masculine. It doesn't matter, female, male, just a label. But there could be a message in there. And one thing that caught my eyes about this song is speaking of a masculine that, even though he secretly wants to know if you, divine feminine, have moved on with someone else, he doesn't want to know because he's still stuck in his ego. So it kind of represents him fighting his ego off, but also it's like it shows the divine masculine mentally on how he's teeter-tottering, trying to use his intuition and trying to get out of his ego. It's like an ego war for him. So if you feel guided to, go ahead and check that song out. And in fact, actually, I think I'm going to play it right now. Might as well, right? Might as well. How about I do the work for you? Let me look it up. I was playing Hertz, high frequency Hertz music. 1515. Oh my gosh. Reduces to a 6. A. Where is? Here it is.
Charlie's Angels about real women doing extraordinary things. It's also really fun to fight bad guys in different.
Of course. There's always an ad.
Stronger in numbers. The best part is in taking down international criminals. It's you guys. Hey, cut!
Hopefully you can hear it. Yeah, okay, so so you kind of got that idea of what I'm talking about. So if you're wanting to find and listen to the rest of that song, go ahead and visit my playlist that's in my channel, and it's public, so you're able to access it. So if you feel guided to, of course, if you feel like if there could be a message in there for you, okay? So okay, so there you go. It's talking about him wondering if who you're with, who you're talking to, who's loving you, you know, but at the same time he's like, I feel so insecure, you know, fighting it, but he also wants to know, like, it's just, I suggest, if you feel guided to, if you're a divine masculine especially, go ahead and see if that resonates with you, that song. If not, then go ahead and, like, I suggest to please recommend more songs and more music that, you know, that could be channeled messages and everything like that, because I am so open to expanding my playlist, because I love music. I feel like a lot of twins do. That's one of the ways that we can channel messages to one another in a more natural way. Yeah, and so not only your counterpart, but also spirit can use it too. So it's not just your, you know, your twin. So check out that song. And one thing for sure is I want to tell everybody that the cleansing water that I used on my sister definitely worked. She felt totally relaxed and totally lifted and cleansed. So if you feel guided to, I'm going to put the spell on my Instagram. I will be doing like a little cutesy thing for it. Just be on the lookout for that, okay? So just know that I'm going to be providing that on my Instagram. So if you feel guided to, please click the link below. And thank you so much to whoever subscribed, whoever liked my videos, who's commenting and showing support. Thank you so much. It's so appreciated. I really am super grateful for all the support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And a big shout out to anyone who's new and who's coming in who doesn't know me. And to my spirit guides, my angels, and my ancestors, just into the divine creator for their constant guidance and protection on this journey. You know, so I just feel like I'm so happy because I'm just learning more and more in each day, and I feel like I'm gaining more higher perspective as I go each day. And yes, it's hard. Yes, dealing with the roller coaster of emotions and energies and different energies and stuff, it's rough. However, I feel like it's really well worth it. I feel pretty good. I feel like these energies are starting to lift up quite a bit. But you know, who's to say that it, you know, it doesn't, you know, what goes up comes down, what goes down must come up, you know, as above so below. So yeah, so right now, people, I hope that you guys are staying safe. I'm hoping that you guys are making sure to stay up on protecting your energy, making sure to stay in a high vibration as much as you can, you know, and making sure to take care of yourself, making sure to hydrate and to eat better, because I sure as hell need to eat better. Spirit has been up my ass, and the thing is that my little addictions that I deal with is I am addicted to food. I love food so much. Really bad food, and food that's not good for me. And I tend to be a stress eater, like every now and then, or it's just either stress eating or I don't eat at all. So I have really bad habits when it comes to my eating, so I need to work on that. That's like I said, that's one of the karmic cycles that I need to close out, or I need to work on, is my health, my personal health, and making sure to stay up on that and not neglect it like how I usually do. So I'm just spilling my tea right now. There's like a lot of things that I have to close out slowly but surely, but it's like I'm not stressing so much about it. Not as much as I used to, not as much as I was during Libra season, but during the Scorpio season I feel, then again, I've been making sure to like stay on top of taking care of my energy, you know, so hopefully, I know it's gonna pay off. And the thing is that, forewarning, you're gonna see a little bit more people starting to post, are starting to want to be on social media again more. So it's a great thing. Like I said, we were going through more of a hermit era, or more of an era where the divine was forcing us to really kind of go within and kind of a recluse, kind of withdraw from the public in a way, in order to assess what is our next move, what's the next step, you know, that type of thing. And also resting, because I can't stress this enough. As much as it's good to be productive and to, you know, to do your work, I want to stress that if you feel like you have to be busy all the time 24/7, just know that stems from possible trauma from your past or something. Because if you are a workaholic, or dealing with or drowning in work in order to avoid your issues or your problems, because I am guilty as charged, I do that too, and forgetting to you're neglecting yourself in a way. You're not really doing much of a service to yourself, just, you know, slaving away and working yourself to death in a way. So I just want people to know it's good that you work hard. It's good that you have a good work ethic, and you're good, you know, you have a hard drive to want to complete tasks, to want to stay busy all the time, but also balance that out with resting, okay? Make sure to take a breather, make sure to take time out for yourself, whether it be an hour, if you can't, maybe an hour or 15 minutes, you know. I feel like there should be no excuse, like as far as like for your mental health, as far as for your physical health, like body goes. I feel like your health comes first. It should come first, first and foremost. No job, no task in the world is worth your mental health or your health in general, because you need to make sure that you yourself are good before you're able to take care of anything else or anybody else, okay? That's why I said, I will stress that out. It starts with you, okay? Make sure you good before you check to see if anybody else is good, okay? Hold on, they're talking to me. Yeah, So I feel like a lot of new beginnings, they kind of want to touch back on the butterfly. I don't know why. So they said, be prepared. New beginnings are coming. Okay. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. There are going to be dark energies, like dark energies, you know, don't be afraid of like dark energies, okay? Because, you know, just as much as we need light energies, there's dark energies too. So, you know, it's one thing I want to make clear, that both, you need both the dark and the light. That's how you make yin and yang. If you kind of go on each other side, it's kind of off kilter. It's unbalanced. When you find the balance between the dark and the light, that's the key. That's why I say balance is key, right? So anywho, as I was saying, things are changing. Like I said, there's always an energy shift that's going on. Energies is always changing. It's a fluid. It's fluid, right? So things are constantly changing. So when I say energy shifts, there's an energy shift. Of course there's an energy shift, because things are constantly changing. If it didn't, I would be concerned. So, but I'm just getting a lot of signs and synchronicities that there's, I just feel like there's new beginnings coming a lot sooner than we think. Okay. Just stay in the faith. Don't stress so much on it, right? Let it go. Let go of control, and let it be, right? And just have faith that it will come in. Your manifestations, anything that you've been planting, the seeds that you've been sowing, you know, if they're good seeds, will come in abundance, right? I feel like abundance is coming in. I feel like people are coming into abundance as far as financial wise pretty soon. I feel like a lot of people are coming into not only financial stability, but just stability as far as mental stability goes. People are starting to get their health, like I said, health on point. People are starting to get their home stability like people are moving right now, or getting the sense to leave the old behind, like actual physical, like moving, like people are moving either out of state, people are moving out of country, people are moving from city to city, people are feeling guided to just move in general. And that's something that I've been guided to do right now, but right now I'm not at that point. However, that is the goal. But Spirit has been working with me on that too. So if you feel guided to move, or you just feel guided to make a lot of physical changes in your life, just know that it's completely normal. All right, just go with the flow. That's all I can really advise for people. Like I said, it's a roller coaster, right? Go with the flow, and it's okay. We can't stay high all the time, and we can't stay low all the time. It's all right, but try to find ways to make that roller coaster more balanced, more even, you know, not so extreme from high to low. All right, so it's all about in how you react, your perception in things, and how you're going to be reacting to certain situations thrown at you. Like I said, the dark energies, there's certain energies that do not want you to move forward. They do not want you to succeed, okay? They do not want unions to happen, nor do they want your abundance to come in. And they want to make it so that your vibration is so low to the point where you cannot manifest things into your life, okay, properly. The things that are good for you in your life. So you will be dealing with that mental blockage of, you know, the scales going like, or just to tune, like, do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do this? Why should I do that? Like I said, Two of Swords energy, feeling at a crossroads, feeling like the Two of Pentacles energy, juggling, feeling like, oh, I got a decision to make, but I know I got to choose one and stick to it. Because that's the thing. It's like focusing at one at a time, all right, is the trick, especially to manifesting. When you focus on something one at a time instead of many other things, like, and it's just scattered, right? When you're manifesting, focus on things at a time, like one thing at a time, okay? But there will be energies that are going to try to stop you. They're going to try to put self-doubt into your mind. They're going to try to scare you. Going to try to keep you in that fear-based mentality, that lack-based mentality, because, you know, they want you to stay stuck. But I want you to try your best to fight it as much as you can. Spiritually, just stay prayed up. Also, continue to do your shadow work. Continue to go deep, okay? I know that certain things, 1221, that's another mirror number, you know, 12 and then reverse 21. But just know that, like I said, whatever you've been manifesting shall come in. The divine has their hands in this, okay? Especially if it's meant to be, it shall be, okay? And everything else will fall to the wayside, really, over time, in divine timing. But I will keep telling my fellow counterparts, divine feminines and divine masculines, to keep pushing and keep your head up, okay? And do not give up, all right? You might feel guided to give up, but it just depends. Like, I mean, like, give up on the actual journey, right? But letting go, like learning to walk away and let go of things that are not serving you, is the key here right now. And once you do that, then that allows for you to be open and to be able to receive for those new things to come into your life, okay? So be receptive, be open, okay? Divine feminines, right? And divine masculines are working on how to take action, you know, in their life as far as that goes. But don't push, don't try to rush things. This is not a journey to be rushed, okay? Like I said, take your time. Not your sweet ass time, but just take your time. Like I said, balance. Like, just go with the flow. Be like water. You know, that's kind of like what Bruce Lee was talking about. You know, go with the, be like water, you know, be bendable, be moldable, be shapeable, you know? So, be adaptable. So like I said, it all depends on how you're going to react to these certain situations, and that's really the big test, the judgment of it all. I heard a rain in my left ear, by the way. Yeah, so Scorpio new moon is going to be on October 27th, so look out for that. A great time to do your spell work, your rituals, and to start manifesting what it is that you want into your life, okay? And yeah, I feel like I've covered most that I can right now. I just wanted to pop in and talk about a little bit of the synchronicities and give you a little bit of input of the union, like, billboard that's just plain as day. I don't know how obvious they can make it, really. It's just, it was really in my face. Like, bam. And the fact that it was at 11:11 when I seen it, like, right on the dot, I was like, I don't know how more often, like that just clarifies my dream that I was having, that I explained. And like I said, pay attention to your dreams. There might be messages that you need to pay attention to. So yeah, I feel like that's all I have to get out for right now. I think I might be guided to do another tarot reading. They're saying yes, please. I don't want to, please. Okay, they're saying just please. Okay. I might come back and just do a tarot reading. All right, it'll be very short. I really want to do it personally, but I'll just record it. Okay, I won't expect the worst or anything like that. It's just they want me to record and just not be afraid of recording it. I don't know why they've been wanting me to record more tarot readings, personal readings and stuff like that, but I guess they want me to show physical representation of what I'm talking about. So, okay, love and light, guys. I shall be back. Peace. See you in my next video. Bye.